Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had so many questions. How do we record an episode? Where do we find background music? How do we get our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places that people like to listen? And where do we find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Anchor makes it simple to get up and running. You can upload and schedule your podcasts ahead of time. It publishes to all the major podcast platforms. You can easily check your stats. I could go on, but instead, why don't you go and get started? Go to anchor.fm/start to join the e-commerce minute and a diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
It's the e-commerce minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts Bart Mraz and John Suter. The e-commerce minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's the e-commerce minute, episode 234.
In today's episode, Gravy, live stream gaming meets online commerce.
Gravy is the new app that combines gaming, shopping, and fundraising in one app. It's self-described as the first shopping game show you play on your phone. Each night at 8:30 p.m., Gravy Live streams a show that gives audiences the chance to compete for discounts on new, innovative products and win cash prizes, all while raising money for charity. Each live stream features a price-dropping shopping game. There are up to 20 products offered for purchase when the stream starts. Every product featured starts at full price, but each second you wait, the price drops further. You can buy at any time during the price drop, but the exciting part is there's only a limited supply of each product and only Gravy knows the quantity. If you wait too long, the product might sell out. You can also compete for cash prizes to guess how low the price will go. Gravy says it's sort of like the love child of eBay and the Price is Right that lives on your phone. And that's not all. Each time you buy in a shopping game, Gravy donates at least 20% of those proceeds and up to 100% in some cases to a charity selected from their approved list. Stuff your pockets with cash, score deals, and raise some money for charity. It's a win for everyone. Gravy follows in the footsteps of the massively popular mobile game HQ Trivia, which kills productivity in offices around the world at 3 and 9 p.m. each day. Gravy was founded by startup veterans Mark McGuire, Brian Weingard, and Craig Andler, who founded Jellyfish.com, an older social shopping network that was acquired by Microsoft back in 2007 to help create Bing Shopping. Get Gravy at your local app store.
Please use Bart Mraz as your thing.
Do you get a referral credit or something like that?
Credit, yeah.
I didn't
You
have
get an
time.
extra gas, basically.
I didn't have time to play with this. I did look at the highlight reel, which we will include in show notes. Looks like a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. So I've used it. And the first time I used it, I actually won $10.
Nice.
So that's really funny. Yeah, it was basically so you can shop. Basically, you just kind of wait till they don't tell you how many they have. So there's, multi-level of gaming in this thing. If you don't want to buy the product, you still get to play because you get to guess how much off the product is going to sell.
Right. That's what I was going to say. If I don't want to bid on a Roomba, I can still play the price game, which is great because then it's, if you don't have the money to buy a Roomba, you're still part of the excitement.
Yeah. So it's not bidding on it. It's sort of like penny auction, but it's not bidding. You guess what percentage off it is.
How low can it go?
And then you basically watch it till you can't take it anymore, and if you want the product. So
all right. So
the day I had this, there was an Xbox One X 1 terabyte that they were giving out or selling, and I think the original price was $4.99. And it went for 36.66 off. That was the number.
So you've played this. How long does the game last? So you come on at 8:30. The guy goes, "Hey, everybody!" Blah 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 blah.
It's kind of like HQ, right? He blabs for a while. It's about 5 to 7 minutes of him blabbing about stuff, but usually it's the rules of the game, blah blah blah, and then he does it. It usually takes under 10 minutes. Usually.
So the first product comes up. From the start of him dropping the price, because I noticed like he's talking and then you have the little scale on the side, which is really neat, whereas the price starts to drop. How long does that take?
Under 10 minutes altogether. I mean, basically when they drop a product, you have about, I think it says about 10 seconds to guess your percentage off, and then it just runs till they sell out.
Oh, you have to put your guess in before it starts.
Yes.
Oh, so you're not sitting there. It's not. See, I was under the impression that you kind of hit a button when you go, okay, now it is. Now
No,
this
no,
is
no.
where
You have to guess beforehand.
So I guess that's a technological thing because if everyone like hit the button at the same time, if you're all
No,
the
it's
buttons,
the idea. No, it's pre-guessing it, which is what the game is all about. It's basically you don't know how many they have. So basically it's
right,
you have to guess the percentage it sells out at.
right, because it's going to sell out no matter what. You just have to guess what percentage, what price
Yeah.
you're going to get it at,
Mm-hmm.
if at all.
Yep. And then they have a little bit of charity thing going on, which is great. Yesterday it was about $150 in Guru cash prizes, which was great. Somebody won $50.
That's pretty awesome. So
And then charities.
let's talk about the business model for this thing. From what I'm seeing, they get a lot of their product donated. And I think they're doing the charity thing. I guess that kind of wraps into like, we're doing this for charity, so please donate some stuff. But really what this is an ad platform.
Well, yeah, if you really, really, really look at Dave down, this is going to be an ad platform, right? You put your product out there and it sells out, whatever else, it's great. They're going to make money a little bit on the transaction side, but that's about it. They're selling those products at cost of whatever they are.
Pretty interesting. So the discounts I see on here. So it says here, you can get discounts of 30 to 70% off of the products advertised. Some of the products that I saw on the trailer reel was a Roomba, there was a drone, you had said an Xbox.
Yeah, there's a grill on Saturday. They don't usually do it on the weekend, but they did a special edition. There's a few grills. There's something else that was like one product the other day. But yeah, 8:30 just comes on. It's great,
So you say it lasts less than 10 minutes. So my next point was going to be, this is really targeted, and they even say that this is targeted toward a more millennial audience, short attention span theater. But what's great is that they have they have the users fully engaged for the 7 minutes or more that they're in the game.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of attention is really hard to find these days.
Yeah, because it's so basically when the game starts, it just starts going, and the guy describes the product completely. So,
yeah, so he has to keep shucking and jiving while the thing is dropping, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
till it drops, which is great. And then basically when it's over, it's over. Like nobody really sticks around, obviously, because it makes no sense. But yeah, once the game is over, it's over. So it's quick, but there's an attention span of it, right? You're like where it's gonna hit, how far it's gonna go. Things like that. So there's definitely opportunities for them to do a lot more advertising inside of it.
Right. So the big question is, like any of these things that started off great, because I remember when you and I and the whole team was out on for our Christmas party, we stopped what we were doing to play Trivia HQ.
Yeah.
Is this going to go the same way as Trivia HQ, where people just kind of get bored of it?
Because I think it might. I mean, it's not.
If Trivia HQ has gone from the top 20 app to now they're in the 140s. So
it just got boring, right?
Because it got boring, or it got the kind of the same thing over and over again, or people like, you'll get that kind where it's like, I'll never win this, and they'll just give up. I think this is a little different.
I think so too. We'll see. But there's definitely, because people will want products, right? So you're playing for a cheaper product, and what it is. I think our friend Mark won the he bought AirPods and at 40% off.
But he missed out on some sweet kicks that he was looking at, and he was really upset about that. I remember.
Yeah. So
Mark, you got to do better, man.
That's right.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is that people still love deals, and this is really interesting because we haven't really seen it. We always talk about how to monetize video and video shopping. I think combining it with the gamification is probably one of the more creative things that we've seen. Now, whether it will have some staying power remains to be seen, or whether they expand this into different platforms. I didn't read anything about that, because I could definitely see playing this on Facebook, absolutely, but I don't see any mention of doing such a thing.
Nope, not yet. I think it's all about the phone.
You think so?
Yeah. I think most of these games are going to start just being on the phone itself. I'm seeing more and more of that kind of stuff happening.
Why do you think that is? I mean, what's the main reason?
Because you always have your phone, and why be connected to the Facebook stuff? Why give the data to them?
Great point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, why live on someone else's platform? Great. All right, so if you haven't seen it, it's Gravy Live. You can find it in the App Store. We'll put the demo reel in the show notes. Our show notes are available at ecommerceminute.co. Anything else, Bart?
That is it.
All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.